The city was fun, sure. Exciting, you bet. The energy was palpable, the lights dazzling, and the constant hum of activity was intoxicating. Every corner had a story, every street a new adventure. But amidst all the excitement, there was a part of me that longed for something different, something quieter and more serene. But something was calling me away from the neon lights and bustling streets. It was a whisper, a gentle tug at my heartstrings, urging me to seek out the quieter corners of this beautiful country. The countryside. I could feel it in my gut. It was as if the very essence of Vietnam was pulling me towards its heart, away from the urban chaos, and into the embrace of nature. Vietnam's soul lived out there, somewhere amongst the rice paddies and quiet villages. The true spirit of the country, untouched by the rapid pace of modern life, was waiting to be discovered. We piled into a beat-up old Jeep, our guide grinning ear to ear. His smile was infectious, filled with the promise of adventure and the joy of sharing his homeland with us. He knew where we were headed was special. There was a twinkle in his eye, a silent assurance that we were about to experience something truly extraordinary. The air changed as we left the city limits, became sweet, like fresh-cut grass and incense, a good sign. It was as if the very atmosphere was welcoming us, promising a journey filled with peace and discovery. The landscape unfolded like a scroll painting. Each turn of the road revealed a new masterpiece, a scene more beautiful than the last. Emerald green rice paddies, impossibly vibrant, stretched as far as the eye could see. The colors were so vivid they seemed almost unreal, like a dream brought to life. Water buffalo grazed lazily, their silhouettes stark against the setting sun. It was a scene of perfect tranquility, a moment frozen in time. This was the Vietnam I craved, real, raw, and breathtakingly beautiful. It was a place where time seemed to stand still, where the simple joys of life could be savored and appreciated. This was the heart of Vietnam, and I was ready to embrace it fully. The villages we passed through were a world away from the modern rush of the city. Here, life seemed to unfold at a different pace, one that was in harmony with nature and the cycles of the seasons. The air was filled with the scent of earth and the distant sounds of animals, a stark contrast to the constant hum of urban life. Time seemed to move slower here, dictated by the rhythms of the earth and the seasons. The golden hues of the rice fields at sunset painted a serene picture, with farmers working diligently, their movements almost meditative. It was a place where the past and present coexisted seamlessly. Life was simple, yet deeply rooted in tradition. Families gathered outside their homes, sharing stories and laughter, while children played freely in the open spaces. The elderly, with their weathered faces, sat in quiet contemplation, embodying the wisdom of generations. We visited a family-run silk weaving workshop, the air thick with the scent of dye and the rhythmic clacking of looms. The workshop was a hive of activity, with each family member contributing to the intricate process of creating beautiful silk fabrics. The women, their hands moving with practiced grace, wove intricate patterns that told stories of their ancestors. Each piece of silk was a testament to their skill and dedication, a tangible link to their cultural heritage. Generations of tradition, passed down through nimble fingers and the language of silk. The younger generation learned from the elders, ensuring that these ancient techniques would not be lost to time. It was a beautiful dance of continuity and change. In another village, we stumbled upon a festival in full swing. The air was electric with excitement, as people of all ages came together to celebrate their shared heritage. Vibrant costumes, the intoxicating beat of drums, and the infectious laughter of children filled the air. The festival was a riot of colors and sounds, a joyous expression of community spirit and cultural pride. We were welcomed with open arms, sharing in their food, their dances, and their joy. The warmth and hospitality of the villagers were overwhelming, making us feel like we were part of their extended family. It was a reminder of the universal language of human connection. Despite the differences in our backgrounds, we found common ground in our shared experiences and emotions. This journey through the heart of Vietnam was not just a trip through beautiful landscapes, but a deep dive into the soul of its people and their enduring traditions. Forget fancy restaurants and Michelin stars. The best food in Vietnam is found in the countryside. Fresh, simple ingredients bursting with flavor. Every meal was a celebration of the land and its bounty. We ate steaming bowls of pho by the roadside, the fragrant broth a revelation. We devoured spring rolls bursting with fresh herbs and tangy dipping sauce. We even tried our hand at making our own rice paper, laughing as we fumbled with the delicate sheets. Each bite was an explosion of flavor, a sensory journey through the heart of Vietnam. The food wasn't just sustenance, it was a story, a tradition, a way of life. Section 4. Encounters with Kindness, the Heart of Vietnam. What truly made the journey unforgettable was the people. Their warmth, their hospitality, their genuine kindness. They didn't have much, but what they did have, they shared freely. I remember one old woman, her face etched with the wisdom of a lifetime spent under the Vietnamese sun. She spoke no English and I, no Vietnamese. Yet with a smile and a steaming cup of tea, she welcomed me into her home. We sat on her porch watching the sun set over the rice paddies, communicating through shared smiles and gestures. In that moment, language didn't matter, humanity did. Section 5. Hidden Gems and Rural Delights Must-Visit Destinations. Vietnam's countryside is brimming with hidden gems, each one more enchanting than the last. Places that will stay with you long after you've left. Take a boat ride through the breathtaking scenery of Tam Coc, dubbed Halong Bay on land. Towering limestone karsts rise majestically from the emerald green rice paddies, creating a scene straight out of a fairy tale. Or lose yourself in the tranquility of the Mekong Delta, a labyrinth of waterways and floating markets. Here, life unfolds on the water, a vibrant tapestry of commerce and community life. Section 6. Reflections on Rural Vietnam, A Journey for the Soul. Traveling through Vietnam's countryside wasn't just a trip, it was an immersion. An immersion into a world where time seemed to slow down and every moment was savored. The lush green fields stretched out endlessly, and the air was filled with the scent of fresh earth and blooming flowers. It was a place where the hustle and bustle of city life felt like a distant memory. An immersion in a culture so different from my own, yet so deeply connected to the human experience. The villagers, with their warm smiles and open hearts, welcomed me as one of their own. I watched as farmers tended to their rice paddies with a dedication that spoke of generations of tradition. Their hands, weathered and strong, moved with a grace that only comes from years of practice. It was a reminder of the beauty of simplicity, the power of connection, and the importance of community. In the village, life was lived at a slower pace, and every interaction was meaningful. The children played with handmade toys, their laughter echoing through the fields. The elders shared stories of the past, their voices filled with wisdom and nostalgia, and the importance of slowing down and savoring the moment. As I sat by the river meditating, I felt a deep sense of calm wash over me. The gentle flow of the water, the rustling of the leaves, and the distant sounds of village life created a symphony of tranquility. It was a moment of pure presence where nothing else mattered but the here and now. As I looked out over the rice paddies bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, I couldn't help but feel a profound connection to this land and its people. The beauty of the landscape was breathtaking, and the serenity of the moment was overwhelming. It was as if time had stood still, allowing me to fully appreciate the wonders of nature. I felt a sense of peace wash over me, a peace that came from being in harmony with the world around me. The countryside had a way of stripping away the layers of stress and worry, leaving only a sense of contentment and gratitude. It was a reminder that true happiness comes from within, and that sometimes all we need is a moment of stillness to find it. The countryside had worked its magic. It had shown me the beauty of a simpler life where every day was a gift and every moment was cherished. It was a place where the past and present coexisted in perfect harmony, and where the future seemed full of endless possibilities. It had stripped away the noise and chaos of modern life, leaving me feeling grounded, present, and deeply grateful. Grateful for the opportunity to experience such a beautiful place, and for the lessons it had taught me. Lessons of simplicity, connection, and the importance of living in the moment. Leaving me feeling grounded, present, and deeply grateful. As I sat on that hill, looking out over the serene landscape, I knew that this journey had changed me. It had touched my soul in ways I could never have imagined, and for that, I would be forever thankful. Section 7, Until Next Time, Vietnam, A Promise to Return. Leaving Vietnam's countryside was bittersweet. I knew I was leaving a piece of my heart in those rice paddies, in the smiles of the people, in the flavors of the food. But I also knew I would be back. This wasn't goodbye. It was a promise to return, to delve deeper into this magical land, to uncover more of its secrets, and to reconnect with its soul. Vietnam, your countryside has captured my heart. I will be back. Until then I carry your beauty, your warmth, and your spirit with me.